I didn't know anything about personal finance education when I first started this project, and to be honest, when I heard the word finance I thought, hang on a minute, I've just stepped away from the corporate world to get away from the money counting and to give something a bit more human back to society. But when you start to analyse what personal finance education's about, it's about the basic right of children to be financially capable in today's world. And I don't think I'd be fulfilling my responsibilities as a teacher if I didn't equip them with those skills.
So the What Money Means project is a 5-year project and started off with local authorities. So it built up a really good base of consultants working with local authorities in schools to develop a variety of projects in primary school. And then it was decided in the final year that we would look at working with higher education institutes.
When pfeg came into university, they let us know that they could help with planning for our future placements, and also helped us with loads and loads of resources that we could use.
When you go into schools and talk to teachers about personal finance, very often the response is, oh yeah, we do that in maths, we do it in charity work and so on. When you come to universities and talk to students about what money means and to think about personal finance and how you can incorporate it into the curriculum, there's a much freer approach. I've talked about it with a colleague as being kind of really raw PFE. They think about the implications of it rather than thinking about what they already do.
What's given me a real buzz is to see the incredibly high calibre of work and the high quality of work that has come from our student teachers in schools, hearing about the lessons that they've had with the children, hearing about the response that the children have had to it as well, and being able to have offered our student teachers something that is very unique that they have taken into schools and have been very, very successful with.
I know what money is.
I've found that music has really enhanced my teaching of money. I started off by finding out what they already knew about money, and I took it in various stages. So once I found out what they knew, we also then started to talk about what do they want to know. So they were part of the learning process and developing where we'd go on our journey. Obviously I was giving them some direction. I got them to put down their ideas, mind map them, and I showed them myself. I got them started by playing a few bars and doing a chorus, and they were able to write the rest of the lyrics, taking what they knew and designing, I think, quite a nice little tune.
I had year one, so they were 5 and 6 year olds, and the first instance they kind of knew that you go to work, you earn your money, and then they walked into the classroom and saw that I'd set up a bank, so they knew we were learning about money. And they saw all the things that I had out, so I got the classroom ready before they walked in. So as they came in, they saw everything that was going on and seemed really excited, and they were really keen to do the work on money.
We talked about budgeting, and we talked about profits and loss, and we made little huts and we had to work towards a budget, and the children got the idea that the more money they spent, the less profit they made, and how important that was in the context of the book that we were reading, that it had a massive impact on this nature reserve. So it was really good contextualised learning for the children. It wasn't just what is a budget, they could see the purpose.
To a large extent, I think that catching teachers in training when they're very open to what they have to do and how they have to do things, and recognising that the curriculum tells you what you must do, but it doesn't tell you exactly how you must do it, then that's the opportunity that personal finance education in teacher education has.
I'd very much encourage other ITT providers, and we have done through communication about the project. There was a conference in July in which other ITT providers were invited to come, and the actual student teachers who had been working on the project presented some of the material that they'd done, and I think the ITT providers got an excellent idea of what was on offer and what they could use.
Today I'm here to learn more about how teachers are being trained to teach financial education and it has been a really interesting day so far. Like I've seen how they actually even use like puppetry to teach about money and making learning about money interesting for the students.
Who wants to be a millionaire? We don't. Why? Well, because being a billionaire, it's quite hard work, you see.
Puppets are a great way of liberating children's imaginations, of allowing them to explore issues which are more difficult for them, and also for giving children who find articulating their thoughts and opinions, giving them a voice. Money touches on all sorts of difficult issues in terms of people's values, in terms of their home lives, in terms of their aspirations and their understandings of the world. And we've found that puppets can just liberate those thoughts and feelings and allow children to express them, whilst injecting a lot of fun and play and excitement into the curriculum.
Hopefully in years to come, more and more such PGCE programs will be having this aspect of teacher training on top of being specialised in teaching the main subjects.
We're always taught at university how to go about teaching literacy, numeracy, science. What we've also got to think about is the social and economic climate and how these children don't always get the support from home. You automatically think they'll learn about money at home. It's not something we need to do. But as trainee teachers and as newly qualified teachers, and to continue when we're more experienced, we are the ones that are there to educate them.
I think being involved with the What Money Means project has given the students confidence to go in and, in a sense, they go in and work with the class teacher as the role as an expert. So many class teachers haven't thought about doing personal finance before, so it gives them a way in with the class teacher to talk about experimenting with something new. It also gives them the confidence when they go for job interviews to have something new and different to talk about.
Every lesson was different. I didn't very rarely stuck to my plan, because what they want to know and what they already know leads you in different directions.
I think that the confidence level of the people who've been involved in it has increased, and their knowledge about personal finance has increased. Their skills in terms of being able to adapt the curriculum to incorporate it into their everyday work has increased. So overall, I think that it's enhanced their skills as a teacher.
The thing that I found the most exciting is actually engaging with the children, learning from the children as well, because they actually came up with some fantastic ideas that gets the teacher thinking about, right, okay, this is what you know, this is how I can then go on to actually incorporate that into other lessons. So I think the actual interaction with the children in terms of the concept of money has been the most positive and exciting.
It's been a really rewarding experience for me. I'm sorry I didn't start it sooner, if I'm honest, but it has been, and it's really boosted my own personal confidence now. And I feel that I can now carry that on in my teaching practice, and I know where to access resources and, if needed, where to get support. And I think that's really important, that you have that in your little toolbox as a teacher.